Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our experimentation colony on Oxygen Not Included. All right, so this episode we have several goals. 1, water storage. 2, food production and ranching. And 3, infrastructure and base improvements. So, a lot to do. The first thing that we're going to do is get this research going. We're going to start into our advanced power systems, get that taken care of. And then now we're going to take a look at how can we speed some things up. So the first thing I want to do to make sure we get done is just this, just so that it's cleaned up and we don't have to worry about it. And then we can start we can put a hole in here so we can get around and seal this up so liquids can't come out. Next thing we're doing is we're concentrating down here, as you can see, and we're getting things going. So we're going to also do digging down here, so that we can start getting a large tank. I don't know how big we want. It's always debatable, right? But I think I'm going to cut across right here and start digging that out as well. That'll help us drain this liquid out, the water down, so that we can put a barrier and stuff, and then we can start digging down over here as well. In fact, we might use this ladder here as a guide. So let's say if I came over here and I said, well, I'm going to put a polluted water tank right here. That means this would be a solid water tank, which means that this would be my divider. That'll work. And then we can do the same thing over here, where we can start putting in a little tank right here. Cool. We don't need huge tanks, but we do, but we don't. I don't know. But anyways, it's not inside the base. That's what's important. Usually, you know, that's one of my faults is I try to put water tanks inside the base, and it's like, we probably shouldn't have done that. We do need a little occasionally access to water, and so we will make that, but we'll kind of plan around it. So we've got that prioritized. So everybody's going to be down there for a while. We got a skill that we can level up here to get applied sciences so that we're ready to do extra research. I might give him carrying next before I go into the astronomy and stuff, but we'll see. We'll have to figure out where we want to do applied sciences. We've got a little bit of uranium here we can use, and maybe we'll find a wheezewort. I don't know. Oh, well, look at there. There is a wheezewort on the colony. Cool. So we don't have to use up our uranium. That is good. All right. It is nighttime. So I will continue the construction and the colony building so that we can get it going. I'm going to go ahead and just get this done and that done so that we have the 2 rooms. We need to put something in here, but so that we have the 2 rooms. And then we'll come back and see where we are in, you know, cycle 26, 27, I don't know, somewhere around there. Anyways, well, see you in a bit, everybody. All right, we're back, and we're making progress. It's a little bit slower than what we want because there's a lot of little things that we've got to do and manage, including food. We broke down and made a micro musher so that Farmer, who's our new dupe, who's a farmer, he's cooking while he's not farming, and we did get our first farm up over here. These will be harvestable in the next cycle or so. So we're maintaining, and we're continuing to dig out so that we can get more stuff. We did get our rooms done. We did make a mistake, though. We forgot that these recreation rooms can only be 96, not 120. I got confused there. So we just split the room in half, and we'll have 2 recreation rooms. That's fine, because we can put, in fact, 2 of our phones, and they can talk to each other. So that's even better from a morale perspective as far as the usage. Because when you do these, just to kind of show you, boom. So they get, when there's only 1, they just get a +1. But if there's +2, then they can talk to each other. That's even better. And then later you can do +4 if it's across, which basically means that if you're doing it from colony to colony and things like that, it's even a +4. So anyways, that's a good start. I'm happy with that. And you know, we're moving along. We've got 24 tables in here. We planned this out too so that it matches our beds so that we're at max for 24 dupes in this base anyways. We can always expand. We started our shower system here, which we'll do. Not a priority, so they're not working on it right now. Right now we're prioritizing this. And we're trying to get this done as quickly as possible so that, you know, we have it ready to go. Okay, good. I'm glad they built that one first because there was polluted water there, so that's awesome. All right, cool. Now that we've got that taken care of, we just got to get this last tile on the bottom so that water doesn't break down. So we're just doing these on a quick 9 so that we can get that. That's pretty much drained this out, so that's perfect. We'll be able to start moving towards our polluted water here shortly as a byproduct, and put a little wall right here so that we could slowly just drop things straight down into this area. So it's excellent. No complaints at all. This is working very well. We can continue to collect food and resources down here as well, so that we can do this. In fact, just to continue to drop that water out. You can see it's already dropped down, so awesome. And that'll allow room for this plus other things we find. Let's see what this is. Oh, our group. Okay, so we can't take anything because they all have more, even though we would love to have some of those. But we can take some bristleberries. So that works out. Gives us a little bit of extra food, and we're harvesting our first crop, which will turn into lice loaf. In fact, I'm going to come up here and say, hey, don't eat that. Just because, you know, we'll push them to turn it into lice loaf first. We don't have a cook. That's all we need. Sorry about that. That's all we need. Well, I mean, we need a lot more, but we've got a rancher, we've got a farmer, we've got science, we've got operating, tidying, supplying, digging and building operations. So we just need a cook, and our first group of dupes will be well-rounded, and then we can start adding in the extra items and the duplication items and stuff like that. We also are working on a sublimination system here. Now, we'll have to do more than this. This is a start, so this will put out polluted oxygen as it processes polluted dirt, which, you know, we've got a bunch that we can see in different areas, so we might as well, so we're not reliant totally on algae. And so we'll have the scrubbers here. We'll put sand in here so that it's automated. I think we need to put at least 2 more scrubbers or something up here. We'll figure it out in a minute. We need to dig a couple extra items out just so that we can ensure we capture the polluted oxygen and instantly scrub it out. Ideally, you could put this in a contained room, but I think this will be a good working plan. So we'll strategize there. We do want to get our ranches going and stuff. I'm just trying to get our liquids taken care of, which is a little bit stressful for them because they can only come down and do a couple items and then they can't breathe because they have to hold their breath down here. But we're getting it so that it's taken care of. And then we can start dropping down in earnest all this polluted water and stuff, and get these farms and ranches really going. So that is the goal. Looks like we have a skill up. It is, okay, it's our rancher, so we can go ahead. That means we are good for ranching. We've already got it researched. We'll be able to move forward with ranching. Priority-wise, we still have him. I mean, he's tagged as ranching, but I'm going to tag him as farming as well so that he prioritizes that. He's also cooking, but we're not doing any ranching right now. But we'll help out right there. And then we'll start blocking him off. Right now, we did block the doer off because he's our primary electrician guy. And so we've got him running the wheel as much as possible when needed. Except for right now because he's eating, of course. And so we'll have to set up our power system. We don't have a lot of draw, fortunately, right now. We're only at 1140, but we're not using this pump. In fact, we can deconstruct this because we don't need that in there anymore. So without that, we're below the 1,000 with this, and once we put this in, we should still be just barely below the 1,000, but we don't have other things hooked up. So that's the next thing we got to think about. Once we got some more farms and ranches planned out, we got to think about power. I think at first it's probably going to be manpower, maybe a little bit of coal on a battery that says only run when needed. With automation, which means we need to start getting some metals. Yeah. So I think this is a good place to do a little bit of a workroom right here. Let's get a little copper. It's always best to build it out of copper so it's not so negative. I mean, not that this is bad, but if we can do it out of copper, it's a +10, so it offsets. Yeah, we'll make this a little workroom right here. I think that's okay as a miscellaneous room. So let's get some copper and get that going. As far as research, we've got all of our power grids and automations going. So I'm going to go ahead and get this because we're going to have mechatronics soon. So we'll get that, and then we'll come over and do our steel production. And then we'll probably pop down and get our researching so that we can start into more of the advanced stuff by then, because we'll do these, and by the time we get these things done, we'll need to move on to the next level of research. So, awesome. So, we need some copper. This is dug out enough right now that I don't need to really prioritize that. What I need to do is first dig this. We'll finish digging this little section out here, so it's just taken care of, but I'm not going to prioritize the rest of this. We're just going to put it on a 5, and if he comes and gets to it, great. You know, he'll come and get to it. Otherwise, we won't right away, right? What we will do, though, now that we've got this dug out, I'm going to go ahead and mop this up. I'm also going to mop this up. This I can probably dig out this way and just have a jump up right there. So that way we can get that little blob flowing into there. So we'll mop this up. We've got this dug out. What that means is we will be able to start bringing down our polluted water. Now this will be tricky because we want to put this in, but we don't want the polluted water, but we got to get this ladder in place, right? So I think what I will do is I will do a little bit of dig right through here. Let's not unrelease that. And then from here, we'll kind of come down so that we can get into this and build the ladder down right here and put up the wall. Well, we don't even need a wall once it gets going. So give us a little extra food too. Cool. So we'll do that. This will get this water cleaned up so that we're clean. Then we're gonna we need some copper before we can move on with base construction. So I'm just gonna whiz through that little section so that we have some copper there. Look at all the hatches. We've got lots of hatches, so we've got a good food supply, really, if you think about it. And then we need to start getting over here. So I will go ahead and dig this out. It's filling it all down here, which we'll get to. In fact, we can probably do this so that way this starts flowing out as well. And here soon we'll be good to pull this out. We'll keep that out until we have a wall there. Cool. We got a skill. Hey, look at this. We only got 2 levels to go and we'll have our automation in place, but we need power before we can do that. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, we got a little bit more to clean up here. Let's just scrap that up really quick. so that we're clean. All right. Well, we're going to come back, probably cycle 35 to end the episode. And then we'll just kind of see where we're at. Hopefully we'll have this tank already in progress and get some more farms and ranches started so that we can move forward in progression. But I think we're doing pretty good. So we'll see you then. Take care. Well, not take care. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, so progress report in end of episode. Here's where we are. We have all of our bathrooms in place, and you can see that they are not working. Okay, so I didn't... Oh, of course they're not working. We never hooked up the last cable. Boing. Will that work? Doesn't look like it. Well, there's no... Okay, well, we'll get that. Let's do that really quick. Boing. Oh, I didn't know we were on construction 9 already. Let's see if that works. Otherwise, we'll replan those how we're going to do that. But it's not an issue. We have a skill really quick. Let's just get that taken care of and work towards that. All right. So, we're looking really good as far as, hey, look, we've got all this done. This is going to be our kitchen. These 2 rooms are going to be science rooms dedicated. We've got our park up here eventually once we get a pipsqueak to plant some stuff and to put in the sign. In fact, do we have the sign already? We do. We have a park sign that we can build. Granite. So we will put a park sign. There we go. We know it's a park. All right. So power. We were thinking about what can we do with power, right? These are going to be blossom seeds, by the way. What can we do with power? Well, we have plug slugs. So that'll give us... Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. That'll give us plug slug power plus hydrogen. Not much hydrogen, but a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this out up here, which I'm working on right now. We're prioritizing it so that we can just get this little area. We're going to put a plug slug farm right here. Okay. And we're going to do a power section over here, and we'll seal it off from the base so that it doesn't generate heat and all of that. That's our goal. We've got mild temperatures over here. We'll do that. We got to get this water out of here, which means we need to prioritize a little extra building across the top right here so that we can put a block right there, which we'll do. Let's take that back down from a 9. I didn't know we were building on 9s. And of course, we'll have to deconstruct this floor right here, but that's not a problem. Let's go ahead and, in fact, do that and just go rip, boom, deconstruct, and boom, dig out. Because our goal here is if we direct that water over here, we can drop it in down here. All we have to do is put in a block to do that. So that when we drop it down, we drop it down. Actually, you know what? We're just going to do this. And we're going to take it, we're going to drop it over here. It'll come here, it'll fill some here, that's fine. And then it'll drop the rest down. Perfect. We'll do that. We can also remove that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do to get rid of this. That way it's all taken care of. Are we still building on a 9? I thought I said don't build on a 9. There we go. So that is our goal. And then, of course, we'll get this done over here. So dug out, and we'll plan out our farm. We'll get this out of the way so that we can put in our plug slug. Now, the bad thing is that these guys eat stuff. But if we just keep them natural for now, meaning we wrangle them, we put them over here, but we don't groom them and we don't feed them, and they're just natural until we're ready to give them metals, we should be okay. Right? Right. That's the plan anyways. We need to dig those out so that we can get our water going. Alright, cool. You are trapped up here. That's not good. At least we've got deliveries. You'll be fine, and you've got oxygen. Okay, cool. Oh, hey, you thought you were done? Hey, get back over here. You need to dig this out. and get it taken care of so it's out of the way. Okay? You get back over there. Right? Okay. And then, of course, we can just normally... Okay, it's on a 5. Good. Continue our efforts down here to get this taken care of. Cool. And, oh, we are ready for more research. All right, what's the most important? We got our science-y stuff here, so that's good. Let's get our other science-y so that that's taken care of. Science-y. I'm very, you know, articulate with my words, aren't I? Science-y. Ah. And we have been continuing to get all this done. So to build this out. Unfortunately, we've got to get these guys out of here. They're kind of drowning and stuck and stuff, so that's all right. We'll get them. We'll get them. We will get them. Meanwhile, we can continue to do little things around the map to get things done. Did this work? Did we get our... Okay, good. It all emptied out and drained out now. Okay, so this is operational. I am going to cut that. It is independent and operational. So we've got showers and bathrooms. No power to any of the lights yet. That's fine. We'll have to put in some cooling systems so our base doesn't get too hot, but hey, that's later. So we don't have to turn on the lights right now. We'll turn them on later. Okay, good. We got this done. Let's get this last little bit here dug out so that we can get out of here. And you guys are almost done with this. Good job. Good job. Okay. That way we can take the fresh water and dump it in over here, and we can continue to dump our polluted water over here. So we're going to dig this out, and then we'll start working on all of this. Okay, very good, very good. Yep, dig, dig, continue to dig, continue to dig, continue to dig. Don't go away yet. Get back up there. Coward. He's getting there. He's just, you know, a little slow. That's all. Just a little slow. We did stop making mush bars, so we're reliant on this farm right now, which is fine. We should be able to carry over until we get our next group of farms. We're going to do the bristle blossom farm here. These will replace eventually and put something else here because, you know, that's low quality food. Unless we keep it to feed hatches or something like that, but it uses dirt. So it's not the best option, right? Okay, we can get that, and then we'll get these. This is kind of troublesome because it's bit by bit, but that's okay. We'll get it. Can't dig this out yet because we can't get in here unless I start doing this. Then we'll have an alternate path and I can get this copper out of here, so that would be good. In fact, before I build these, I need to remove that copper. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, well, I think that completes this episode. In the next one, we will start our power system with some plug slugs. I'm excited for that. We'll get that going so that way we can use or have some alternate power system to help us out and start expanding the base and capabilities of what we can actually do. So we'll see you then, everybody. Take care.